Hey guys, I thought I'd just do a quick training on what to do when someone comments on your keyword. Like, this is what we're building for, this is what we want. And then when it happens, it's like, I shouldn't say this for everybody, but I don't know if you're anything like me. It was like, now what? And it's kind of terrifying. So I thought I would just help you know exactly what to do step by step when that happens. All right. So let's just do a quick overview and remember what our goal in using Instagram is. Well, any social media platform. We are using it as a free attraction tool or a free marketing tool because we are working on building our customer base in a way that customers find us based on what we're doing. So we have to remember that social media, the goal of social media is to attract the right customer, but then we actually want to ultimately move them into our email communication with us because we have no ownership over Instagram or Facebook or TikTok. And how many times have we heard the threat of TikTok going away, right? Well, you don't want to only have your customer client interaction on that social media platform and then all of a sudden it's gone. I lost my account at 18,000 people at one point. I was able to get it back. I just talked to another gal today. She lost her account at 30,000 people and she can't get it back. So we have to remember that ultimate goal is as a free marketing tool, which is insanely amazing that we even have access to that and to draw customers to us, but it is not where we're operating our business from. Okay, let's go over here. We want to talk about the goal of keywords. So, why we say in the caption, comment this keyword, is because we want to have engagement on that reel or on that post. So we have to have interaction in order to show Instagram people are engaging with this post. They love this post. I'm replying back. I'm active. I'm not a bot. I'm here. I'm seeing it. And we're going to ultimately then be able to tell Instagram, well, all of that engagement will tell Instagram, I'm going to push out more of their stuff. The next piece of why we use keywords is because of automation. I will link for you guys a tool called ManyChat. And yes, of course, it's an affiliate link. You got to use affiliate links in everything you do. Um, but it is a phenomenal tool. There is a free version of it, which is okay, but the free version of it only allows you to use it on one post at a time. The paid version is only $15 a month, and you can run it through your whole account so that you can set up your responses to happen automatically and you only have to set them up once. It's super cool where you can mix up your responses a little bit so that it doesn't feel so bot-ish. And I'm going to talk to you guys about that here in a little bit too. I always like to, when I'm doing automated messages, I always like to say, hey, so you didn't have to wait around on me. I did have this automatically sent to you. However, I personally am here to answer any of your questions because that's the other thing is that people's attention span is so short that by the time let's say they message me at 1:30 in the morning and I don't get it until my first break at work at 10:15. Well, they've gone on to a gazillion different things, and you might message them and they might even be like, what is this? So to get an automated response, excuse me, back to them is huge. And we have to have keywords in order to do that. What I didn't put here, and well, actually, I'll talk about this here. Why no link in the caption? So you might be asking yourself, why can't I just put my link in the caption? Because ultimately, you end up with the lead, right? Your link leads to a registration page, a purchase page, where they have to give you their information to get the lead magnet. So, what does it matter? Well, what it matters is in engagement. We want people to comment that keyword not only for automation, but if we just put the link there, you might have 100 people find that link on one person's response, and then they click it, and you have no clue, and neither does Instagram. The other piece is that the goal, I mean, you think about Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, they are all companies, they're businesses. And their goal is to keep people on their site, on their product, which is social media, as long as possible. So if I'm just posting and sending somebody off to a link, well, now I've taken them off their site. So you're going to really lose that engagement. So that's why you don't want to do that. And it feels very spammy. Actually, if you just see a link, it feels very spammy. Okay, last but not least, we're over here. Sorry, I didn't move my mouse on that one at all. Excuse me. When we are messaging with our customer, we want to focus on relationship and trust over sales. So if you start having a conversation with somebody and you're all about the sale, or, schedule a call with me, and there's that pressure, you're not going to get anywhere. So you just want to focus on that relationship and trust over sales. And you're going to see that as I show you some examples of messaging. So let's get down to it now that we have a reminder of our overview. Excuse me, guys. Okay, so whenever a customer, or a lead, I should say, whenever a lead comments your keyword, you're going to want to do 3 things. First thing you're going to want to do is send a message. I've got a sample message here. Hi, insert their name if it's obvious. Nice to meet you. Here's your direct access to, put the name of your resource in. Simply enter your email and you're in. I hope it whatever. I hope it helps you. I hope it's fun. I hope it's informative. Whatever makes most sense. I hope it's easy to follow. As always, I'm here for any questions along the way. So this message is very much based on building that relationship. I don't use the word free anywhere in here. I'm letting them know, like, through some very key words, that it's a little bit more elite. Here's your direct access versus here's your free blah, 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 blah. Simply enter your email and you're in. Okay. That is like, oh, I want to be in. Everybody wants to be in, right? So it's just some kind of marketing psychology mixed into this message. After you message them, you're going to comment on their post. You're going to say, hey, again, if it's obvious that it's a person, go ahead and name the person. Please check your message requests. Just sent you access via DM. So DMs stands for direct message. The reason we're saying message request, I'll actually talk about on the next screen, but that is a very specific term that you will want to use unless you can tell that the person's super techie. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. All right, last but not least, then you're going to like their comment. And that's just hitting the heart next to their comment. So how do you do all of this? Well, when somebody comments on your reel, you're going to get a notification on your phone, depending upon how you have it set up. If nothing else, you're for sure going to get a notification in Instagram. So if you don't see this heart at the top of your screen, simply click the house icon and then this heart will appear. When you click on the heart, you're now going to come to this notifications page. Now, mine has all people you follow, comments, professional, all across the top. I honestly do not know when this turns on. When I first started, I didn't have those options. I just had notifications. Either way, this works the same way, but if you have these options, click on comments because it's going to make it a lot easier. Then what you're going to want to do is scroll to that comment. And this helps you, like if you have a reel that goes viral, this tab right here is going to help make it so much easier. Well, actually, you want to be automated if that happens. But anyway, what you're going to do is you're going to go to the person. So it's going to tell you this person commented your keyword. What you're going to do is you're going to click this message button. Now, what is super important is you get one shot and one shot only to message them. And this is Instagram's way of preventing spam. So you get to message them one time. And if you forget to put your link at the bottom, you can't send the link. So I didn't put the example over here to have your link at the very end. Okay. And you are going to link them to the free resource, not to your store. So to do that, you go to your store, you click on your free resource, and then you would come up here to copy that URL and paste it at the end of your message. It will stay the same every time. So if you're not doing automation and you're doing these manually, which I totally understand, like until the ball starts rolling, totally get that. But you will want this whole message ending with your link set for you, like on your notes app or something on your phone, so that it's really, really easy to access. Okay. So hitting this message button, you can copy and paste this. Make sure that you fill in all of this information. It should already be done because you will write this one time. Your resource source stays the same. Your adjectives stay the same. And then this would just be something different. For me, when I have it saved on my phone, I have hi or hey there, I think is what I have. And then if it's obvious that it's a name, I will change this, but I don't want to change it every single time. So, okay, so that's where you're going to send the message. Then you're going to go to step 2, which is comment. Now, I already replied to this person's comment. So it says view reply, but if I hadn't, it would just say reply. So I can click right here and click reply. And then I'm going to copy and paste this. I should also mention when you're copying and pasting, make sure that quotation marks don't end up before and after what you're copying and pasting. Some applications do that, some don't, but you don't want those quotes on there. And then last but not least, you can come right over here and hit that heart button. Okay. Super easy, all from one screen. And this way, when you have multiple comments, you can just go through and do them right here if you're not using ManyChat. ManyChat for $15 a month. It's really an amazing tool and makes your life so much easier. Okay, let's look at why I said message requests or saying, please check your message requests. And here's why. Because when you go into your messaging tab, you're going to have 3 different inboxes, basically primary, general, and requests. Well, if you aren't friends with somebody and haven't already established communication, it's going to go to requests. So if somebody DMs me and we've never talked before, doesn't matter if they're following me, if I'm following them, if one of those exists, it doesn't matter. It's going to go to requests. And so you want to use that keyword. So when they're like message requests, they can ask somebody like, how do I find my message requests? Because otherwise they're going to go to their inbox. It defaults to this primary and they're going to say, you didn't send me anything. And you can't resend it. So use that keyword requests. All right. Last but not least, on the rare occasion, if you are on this tab and this message word does not appear here, it is actually a button. But if it does not appear here, it's because their privacy settings are set to a place where they have to message you first. So they can initiate the conversation, but you cannot. It is rare because when you're operating on your notifications tab, Instagram knows they've already interacted with you. And so they're kind of given that free pass. But here's an alternate comment that you can use because you won't be able to message them. Hey there. Looks like your account won't let me send it to you quite yet. Can you please click on my picture? So you're going to give them exact instructions because usually people who have their settings like this are not very techy and don't use Instagram that often. Can you please click on my picture, click message, and just send a quick hey, and I'll send it right over to you. And then you kind of lighten it up here, right? With technology, right? Now, all of these things, definitely make sure they're in your own voice. Make sure they make sense to you. But these are things that work really well and hopefully will make it very easy for you to not panic and really have fun and be excited when someone comments your keyword, because that means progress is happening and it's working.